Anyway. Are these emotes, Kamoy? You're on Mobile Town, afraid for your sanity. They're emotes, don't worry. Don't worry, Molly. That's not her losing her mind. Anyway, let's play. Probably haven't done a quick fix on it. Yeah, I mean, maybe if Joe, maybe there's it's a hard fix. I don't know. I don't want to presume how easy or hard it is to fix a bug. I feel like that's something that a lot of like gamers just like, you know, say, where it's like, you know, what the fuck, you guys have a bug in the game, fix it. And then just demand, boom, stab your fingers, the bug goes away. It might be a bug that is like hard for them to resolve in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. Anyway, time for a funny fade run. My plan here, we have Morsel Maker. My plan is just to force feed this little fade as much as I possibly can here. Nicole, hello. You just read the rules and saw sex is not allowed. Are all the isms not allowed? Asking for a friend. I think we might be missing one or two of the isms, so I would preferably, you know, maybe there's a loophole there, but the rules can be revised. Sexism is not allowed. Yeah, don't tell Kamoy. She's gonna be very upset. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Very cool. I appreciate it. Thank you, cool Twitch Prime. You know what? I thought about this a lot, just in general, but also more lately, I guess. I really hate people giving me money, but I guess like Twitch Primes I'm actually pretty cool with, because it's like, you know, you have the Twitch Prime, you're paying for, you know, Amazon Prime. I guess I don't mind as much e-begging for Twitch Primes, but like I don't know. Can you P-form fuckism? Kamoy, did you fall down the stairs again? Are you okay? Kamoy's scaring you have to go. See a sucker as coughs on all of us. Ah, whatever. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Anyway, I don't know, but thank you for... moral of the story, thank you, Nicole, for the Twitch Prime. Very nice of you to do. We're gonna force feed this little fade until it fucking explodes. That's the plan here, folks. Hopefully they give me Little Icarus. I want to see Little Icarus with this setup here. Let's see what we get. We do get Little Icarus. Let's go. Let's go. We come in here. You guys take gauge on this one? Because Wax Snuffer doesn't work with Little Fade, right? It's slaying. It's not the Extinguished one, unfortunately. If it makes you feel better, you'll never give me any money. Actually, will, yes. It does make me feel better. Thank you. Riker, thank you. Also, thank you for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Look at that. See, folks, it does work. You ask for Twitch Primes, you get them. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. As long as... I want to make a very important note here. Do not, like, go and get Amazon Prime just so that way you can subscribe via Twitch Prime. Make sure you're actually using, like, the features and stuff for a real reason and not because that would be even more psychotic. Don't do that either. Which is a play phase, but you can see it. I can see. Here's my thought, at least here. Oh, it doesn't make much sense, I guess. My thought is that Morsel Maker costs 2. So if we volatile gauge and have a million copies of Morsel Makers, on average it'll be cheaper than 2. Right? It's an average cost of 1.5 per Morsel Maker. But it is a pseudo cost reduction specifically on them. And then from there, all we gotta do is like get 1 billion of them, and maybe even just like maybe we'll do an actual genuine 2-floor setup here, and we'll have Little Fade, double Morsel Maker on one floor, and then like another Gorager and double Morsel Maker on a different floor. I can see it working. So Fade is a champion, and Volatile Gauge is specifically non-champion cards. So Little Fade will always be 0 cost still. That is important to note. Will not be affected by this. I'm down to give it a try, honestly, here on this one. I think it'll be interesting and maybe good, or actually, no. The more I think about it here, we're against Dominion Seraph. I don't know. Well, let's fuck around. Let's find out. Let's see what happens here, folks. And -1 draw should be a non-factor. I'm going to try to play top floor with the Fade, I think. 2 draw is 2 draw. It is 2 draw. You're not wrong. And you know what's funny too? With Bogworm's growth, we also have, like, in theory, a ton of space on the floors. So we could, like, play, I don't know. We can go double energy gains and not feel bad about this at all, basically. That's my thought, at least. We'll see how it goes. Am I trying to play out a Spear Steward here? I guess it's not terrible. In theory, we can maybe soften up a Fallen Champion just to get an actual, like, direct kill. With Fade here, we'll see. We have a shot at it at the very least. Now, this is not a very good draw. Yeah, Fade might be getting some actual literal slays on these dudes. Although we're a little bit off, though, still. Riker, greetings from Spain. Sadly, won't be here for much longer. It's late. Let's see how this run goes. Thank you. Thank you for the prime. And hopefully, Spain is doing well. I don't know. Is Spain doing well, people? Does anyone know? Ooh, we're like... Is that an actual 1 damage off here? That's so sad. And we could get a little wacky with it here and try to put Wicklash on the little Fade. I don't think that's worth it. I think we're supposed to just maybe do like a Plink here. And then whiff. And be very sad. That looks better to me, at least, though. I don't know. Last news you heard about Spain was a power outage a couple months ago. You guys ever get the power to come back? Hopefully, maybe. Hitting into 7. Not quite lethal here. We're getting just a short by a tiny bit. Not a very good start for us here on the scaling little Fade plan, I gotta say, but... I don't know. And then these guys are gonna also suck up all the sap here, which is annoying, too. I have another Wicklash in the deck here. I do. So we guarantee draw the Wicklash next turn. I think this is fine to do then. So you hit. We actually do this. Little Feet does get the Slay here. I'll pay 1 life for the actual guaranteed Slay. That seems fine. The Gabriel's video where he mumbled something about a secret interaction with the inscription event. You know what's going on there? Dr. Fatboy, I do know how the inscription event works. There might be people who want to learn for themselves, so I don't want to reveal it here exactly, maybe. But I am familiar with how the event does work. Ooh, so close to lethal here, too. Ooh, actually, if we do... This doesn't change anything, huh? You can chump a hit, but it's actually worse if we chump it. We're getting here and nothing happens. Blink didn't betray. Would have been better if he gave me like an actual offensive morsel here. Get a little bit more damage in, but that's fine. We leak a little bit, nothing too crazy. The Wicklash Curse. I think it was worth it still, though, just for the actual damage output, Zula. And it did get us a Slay as well, so... I'm going to take another Wicklash here, I think. I'm going to grab a bunch of these. I'm going to skip this. Morsel Maid, please. We'll see if we see it. If we don't, we don't, right? I don't know. You know what? We'll go left side here, and we'll look for... Maybe we get... I want some sort of Gorger on this run, I think, too. We'll go over here. We'll see what we can find. Quick, Large Stone. Quick, I would maybe play on, like, an Alloyed Construct here. Ooh, you were so close. You were so close. Shadowsiege, almost it. But I gotta say, Shadowsiege Volatile Gauge, people, we kind of hit. We kind of got lucky here on this one. And we can even play it on the second ring because we have the Bogworm's growth. That's funny. Is this playable? Yeah, I think this is playable. If we find, what are we looking for here now, actually, which is a pretty interesting question. Quick is pretty cool. I think Multi and Smidgestone are better. I think the plan now is Multi-Smidgestone on the Shadowsiege, and we just try to get as many copies as possible of them. Right? We just go to every single duplication. How many do we have on this run? 1 there. 2, 3. Yeah, that should be pretty cool. Large Stone. We should not Large Stone the Shadowsiege. That is not a good line. I'm pretty confident in saying. Matthew, what's up? How's it going with you? You good timing. We kind of just hit the nuts here. We took Volatile Gauge on a Bogworm's growth, and we hit Shadowsiege on our first banner. This is the nuts for this build, I feel like, usually. That's pretty neat. Okay, well, now we don't even need the bog growth. We just have the Smidge Stone now for Shadowsiege. That's pretty good. Let's go next. Alzair, hello, how are you? How's it going? Definitely gonna play the Mark of Invasion here, I believe. And then we're gonna play Shadowsiege actually bottom floor probably here. Shadowsiege goes down here. Look, he's so adorable. He's so cute. Look at him. Look at my little Shadowsiege. He's just like the horses from Uma Musume or whatever it's called. We come up here. We should be able to get some good plinks in here. Also, Shield Steward, defend my Shadowsiege. Is that orange juice coming out of his mouth? Maybe, voice. I haven't thought of it. Yeah, you know, that does look like orange juice. Yeah, I think you might be right about this one, folks. Okay, we're gonna do some chumping here a little bit, I think. And then you can just die. That's great for me, honestly. Here, we'll play this. We need to give Little Fate some base stats so we can survive, hopefully, one of these hits from a zombie. But maybe that'll never happen. Who knows? Who knows? Blink here. Big block there. You're still dying, though? Hold on. If I kill you, you probably live then, right? Oh, but... hold on. Wait a second. No, we're good. We're good. I'm seeing the lines in the matrix here. I'm seeing the code. How does this go if I put this up here to chump as well? So it's hit, hit, hit. One hit, and the back hits there. I think I'd rather do this. I think we do this into Mind Claps You. Because then the way this works is it's hit, hit, hit. And then Forsaken hits here, we get a Slay. Little Fate hits, we get another Slay. That seems more correct to me, I think. Shadowsiege is playable off the rip. It would even be playable even if we didn't get the Smidge Stone here, because we did have Bogworm. So we would be able to play at top floor. But this is like the literal nuts for a Shadowsiege build. Ember behind, yeah. Morsel goes. I mean, we can put it here, or we can put it actually on here, which is funny more than anything here. Let's play it that way. I don't think that's even actually right, but again, it's just funny to do. Also, we can do this, and you can have a fun time here. Not that it really matters, but there you go. Trying to babysit bug phase is a process. Yeah, it's definitely annoying. It is certainly not how this game should operate, but what are you gonna do? I don't like... Hold on, let me think here for a second. I don't like this fully blocking everything. Right, I want one to get through, but if I plink... If I, I can just play a Shield Steward, or a Spear Steward here. We play Spear Steward here. One hit goes through, you hit, you slay. There we go, okay. So they're perfect, lovely. You do this, you do this. Oh, you're fucking... Oh, no, you're killing the flautist. Hold on, wait a second. Order lull moment. Hold on. There's a line here. The Sieginator seems a lot better in Monster Train 2. I don't know, because... Like, one of the big things with Shadowsiege in the past was sketches, where you just get a million copies of them in middle floor. Now, sketches only gives you one copy of a unit on each floor, right? So I feel like... I don't know how I feel about Shadowsiege in this game. I need to think about it a lot, basically. I don't know. There's a lot to the game is very different in a Shadowsiege world. By the way, this goes here. So the flautist can go up here and get slayed still. We're living in a very different world, and I don't know if Shadowsiege is good or not in this world. Oh, excuse me, sorry. He needs more attack? Well, we'll see, right? We will see today. Am I supposed to, like, intentionally Wicklash my Shadowsiege so it dies here? Hold on, that actually might be viable. That might be a way we can get extra slays on Fate this turn. It's not lethal. I mean, it's you live with, like, barely any HP. You're getting the lethal there. What do I have in the consume pool? Nothing really. Okay. I think this does get the job done though, which is really funny. I'll take 1 damage to min-max here a little bit. Oh, this fucker. Oh, he wins. God damn it. Stop it. Someone stop him. Someone kill that man. Why is he winning the fight? He's got 42 damage. I forgot about the second steward. Oh, well. That's a damn shame. I'm not going back and replaying this. We're ending turn here. It's really hard to get 6 energy to get him down. It is pretty tough. Although 1 energy upgrade after the first boss does let you deploy him, but it's not a huge deal to deploy him. And that's our... This run is looking really good, because now we got Dripfall, which is our win condition against... in theory, our win condition against Seraph here. So that's awesome. You wish eating counted as slaying? That'd be really good. That'd be really strong eating counted as slaying here. You know, I'll even... ooh, actually, I kind of don't hate an Immortal trade. Just to, like, every once in a while, put it on the front Shadowsiege. I think we take that here, and we take the Ember for it as well. That should be fine. Okay, I do really want multi-strike on our Shadowsiege here. If we can get multi-strike on it now, and then we start duping it a million times, we should kind of win the game no matter what happens from here. I don't hate Titanite, but I'm willing to try to high roll this one. Titanite does make them unkillable, but so does also Lifesteal. Right, Immortal Trade also makes them pretty unkillable too, so I think we just reroll this. Ooh. Where's our next Steel Shop? Because we could settle for a Speed Stone, or even maybe a Mortal Stone too. Where's our next shop here? Our next Steel Shop is up here. It's all the way at Ring 6. I don't know. We're in a weird spot. I don't hate Speedstone, I guess. In theory, in the late game, are we gonna play like... In theory, we're gonna play like Little Fade in front, and then like the Shadowsiege behind it, and like Shadowsiege is like picking off the heavies, and then like the backline's just hitting into Fade. What was Monster Train 1's multi rework? That will be the new version. Monster Train, be sure for this. Zula, I'm not sure what you mean by this exactly. I don't know what the multi rework means. You mean like how like in the shop it's like easier to find multi? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I mean, you just had to run with 3 introduce spell chain engine upgrades for 10% energy per turn with X cards and remove consumes. That'll give you a lot of energy. That will give you a lot of it for sure. So here's the thing too. G-Mang, I gave you 1 job. Subscribe with Twitch Prime. And here you go subscribing with real money. I can't believe you would do this to me. Thank you. I appreciate it, but... What the heck? Damn. It's messed up. But I have to now thank you for giving me money. Rude. Helen Warriors multi and the Clan City multi-strike units, since it was originally just a guy. Oh, you're saying, like, the fact that, like, Trample, like, Infusion doesn't exist anymore, kinda? I don't know what you mean. I still don't know what you mean exactly. That didn't get Morsel made? I tried my best. I tried my best. And, hold on, maybe, well, maybe there's still hope. Is there... hey, listen, there's an Umbra Banner here. Now, the problem is that we're definitely not going to that Umbra Banner, but there is one more chance. We're going over here, but in theory, I'm sure this has the Morsel made in it, but we have to dupe the Shadowsiege instead. I think it's not desperate. I think we can wait a little bit longer on the dupe, and you know what? Or the upgrade. But here's the thing too: we can get like a cool overstack. Here's the problem. I'm seeing the future. I know what's in that that shop there, or the alcove. I know in the alcove it's gonna be the corruption event, the one where it's like add melee weakness and spell weakness on hit. That's in there. I know it. I know it in my heart and soul. It's in that cavern event there. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, Zul, you're talking about Demon Fiend. You're talking about how Demon Fiend got Trample, and now everyone wants like the kind of like maybe a little bit more underwhelming units in this game to also get like cool keywords like that base. I see what you're saying. You hated Umbra at the beginning, but the more you play them, the more interesting they seem. I think Umbra's in a pretty decent spot right now, balance-wise. Also a good player. Hello. Sorry, you can't blow your brains out here. Sorry, maybe next stream. Setch, hello. Setch, how you doing? I'm gonna take the quick. Here. I think it's not the best upgrade here, but I'm willing to settle. I think this is something that I need to do more of. where it's just like I need to like realize that I'm not going to any steel shops for a very long time and just take an okay upgrade here and not be too upset about it. And maybe we'll find multi-strike on like a void armament or something later. Who knows, right? Dude, I was so close to being correct. This is still good for us, obviously, right? I want to take this here. Although I will say with volatile gauges is really annoying because I believe the Savage Shackle will also have its cost randomized too. This might be a huge tax for us. But like, how can I like not take Shadowsiege here with Savage Heart? I feel like it has to be like really good if we're gonna dupe this thing 3 times. Case in point, and missing speed since Hellborn Warrior got updated to get 15x2. Well, Zulit, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the sequence here was Dusk made the unofficial balance mod. And in that, he made Horned Warrior 15x2. And then in Monster Train 1, on a balance update, Shiny Shoe then changed it in Monster Train 1, not in Monster Train 2. In Monster Train 1, they changed it to 15x2. Right? I think that's a fine thing to do. I think it's like and I'm not saying you're even saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a fine thing to speculate on like these units are bad, how do we make them better? Right? I think that's fine. To be fair, you got these big expensive guys that struggle to even get played. Having Trample admit lack of payoff outside of a high roll. That is true. Outside of a high roll, Shadowsiege is pretty dog. I agree. But we're living the high roll life right now, so you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna try to take this here. I am worried about what it's gonna do to me, but it should be fine, maybe. Well, you think the trample does give some payoff for them? It would be nice for sure. What's in here, by the way? We could try to pivot. We have 3 Wicklashes. It's not horrible to take Paraffin Enforcer, but I don't think I want to do that. We're kind of committed here on this one. What are the 3 options? Titan Skin, Scaling Rage, and the... Oh, you know what? Actually, Voix, we should have maybe considered the other one. The other one where it's damage equal to... It's +2 damage for every 1 missing health. I forgot about that. That should have been considered, actually. But I think you almost always want this instead, usually. If your unit's taking a lot of damage, I think you just want the permanent rage scaling. But I think, like, Shadowsiege is maybe, like, one of the few units where it's, like, it's got this giant HP pool to begin with. Maybe you do want the damage scaling per health missing. You never picked it? This would be, like, the one time maybe I should have picked the Voice. But I just blanked that it even existed, honestly. What would that be really good with? What would it be really good with, Voix? Well, we got a little unlucky on the Shackle, but we can play this, so that's pretty cool still. That Lazarus card that lets you set a unit to 1 HP and give lifesteal. Oh, I see what he's saying. That would be pretty cool. I agree. Okay, I'm gonna just play... Oh wait, are you dying up here? You are dying. Fuck. I have no way to block here. That's so sad. Whatever. Here, enjoy your extra attack. You played that thing twice today? I mean, the card is good, right? Like, you know, it was. I assume, boy, I remember you told me you had a run where you had Primordium and Test Subject Alpha, right? Like, I'm sure it'd be pretty decent a lot of times. I'm going to play you here. I know we're trading, but if I play this here and take the 1 damage, now Little Fate is getting the Slay actually normally, so that's good. Blow with quick, so it's just +10. Oh, when you say you played it twice, I thought you meant you had just 2 copies of the card. I see what you're saying now. It's a good card for sure. HP getting pretty low on the Shadowsiege. I mean, not really. Ah, fuck. I want a Little Fade to be here. Oh, well. No biggie. Oh, I can't drip you. Hold on. I can do this, though. Hit. Put this here, and then we survive, and we don't get Pyro Hunted. Okay, very good. Did I hear Fade died of Steve Jobs? Who's Little Fade? Little Fade can survive one hit here off of the Spearman and get a little bit of farmed up value, but then immediately dies afterwards. Could play the Immortal Trade here just to top off the Shadowsiege on this one. I don't hate that. It's not super important, but it's fine, I think. Oh, Pyre HP is getting low. Yeah, you know, it is a little low here. You're not wrong. We're not going to leak it all here, I don't believe. Although maybe we leak a little bit, actually. We'll see how Little Fade's looking next turn. I think we'll just pass. Yeah, even then, Voix, even if you don't have plus, like, even if you don't have quick on the units, right? It is pretty easy just to put it on like a backliner and still scale their damage, right? So I don't know. If that's not Little Fade, god damn you. Guess I put this here. Guess I Wicklash 2 for now. I don't know. We're taking a little bit of chip damage. We should be, or taking 2 more hits here. Ugh, gross. Gross, gross, gross. Now we guarantee to get Little Fade out of the discard, so that's good. You are, god damn it. Okay, you are getting a Slay this way. Okay, that's very good. And Shadowsiege is apparently, dude, Shadowsiege is going the distance here, man. Actually is winning the 1v1 against Pyre Hunter. That's awesome. Okay. So we can't kill you. We can just play this here and pass, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Reset? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. This looks like a double energy relic run. Almost certainly. Almost certainly double energy relic here. I agree. Wax and Spike, Dent on Death. None of these. I mean, I don't hate Resurrection here. If we want to thin our deck out, we do have a bunch of garbage in it. Yeah, I'm actually down for Resurrection for deck thinning purposes here. That's pretty decent. I think we're kind of abandoning the whole Little Fade eating morsels plan. I mean, it'll still be on the run if we can ever sneak in it every once in a while, but I think we are kind of, this is the Shadow Eater or the Shadowsiege show now at this point, right? It's time for this man to do what he can do. And probably taking some Pyre health here. I would love to get intrinsic holdover on our Dripfall. Not necessary, like, or not necessary here immediately, but it would be nice to have. Or if the game wants to give it to us here, I'd appreciate it. Okay, that's none of the things I wanted. This is not good. This is not good at all. I guess we can play the Meat Shield on the Shadowsiege. It's just like a dead card in the deck, though. But I don't know. I guess it's fine. You know, that is actually true. HP for Fade is actually not irrelevant. Good, actually, genuinely good point, Zulit. I did forget about that being a thing. Let's reroll these. We're looking for hold. Okay, we got holdover. Holdover Dripfall is really the big one here, because we just need to keep Seraph perma-stunned. Not hitting the what's it called? Not hitting the intrinsic doesn't matter too much. It should be fine. And keep playing Little Icarus here. Does anyone have a good sense for how scaled Little Icarus should be at this point? This feels like it's pretty low. I think we also maybe got some bad RNG, and we also fucking got, you know, the killer of worlds here. So maybe it doesn't matter that he isn't scaled. Might as well seems good with Gauge. That is a good point. We do draw through pretty quickly because of Gauge. Maybe I do just want to make sure it's like more playable. We're gonna take double energy, I feel like, Taoist, so I'm not too worried about it, I think, here. Oh, next ring is one of our dupes here, so I don't care about money too badly. I think we don't take the Pyre Dampener. I see this messing up our deployment here pretty heavily. No, thank you. Prior was because you want her killing heavies in fight 5, which would mean you want her at like 90-ish end of this fight. I don't think we're making 90s by the end of this fight, I'll be honest. Maybe we will, though. Who knows? This looks like a good setup for her, ultimately, though. Because we got, yeah, Shadowsiege is killing here. Ooh, I should have... If I could replay here, I think I maybe... No, I think this is fine. Yeah, I think we just let the... I mean, maybe we can plink down the backliner here, but I want the backliner to get killed by a Little Fade. So we're in a bit of a predicament, but we're gonna get the curses. I guess we just play the curses at this point. I don't know. I think we can, and I don't want to say, I don't say we're gonna say we're gonna tank the curses. I think we can hopefully just play the curses out here, and then getting Dripfall here is lovely because that'll, you know, be very good for us here to stop the curses from coming in here. Everything play Little Curse Monster in 2. She is kind of tossed away in the late game. Well, that's because she's so hard to farm early game, in my opinion, at least. If you cross path faded, intent of death can be okay. Yeah. In theory, we could play like Eternal Flame or whatever it's called with intent on death with little fade here. I don't think it's worth the dip though, personally. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that. Gonna play this. I think kill you, be greedy. And little fade. Oh, actually, you're alive still. What the fuck? Hold on. That's maybe an issue for us. We'll see. Don't touch a curse. You'll take 4 curses per turn towards the end of the fight. We're dripping some of the curses here, but not many of them. It looks like. I gotta at least prevent some of these from coming in. It looks like here. Yeah, this is a pretty nasty amount of curses coming in. Voyix is right. But maybe we are just built different. Who knows? Maybe we can get some luck on Volatile Gauge here to play some of these out. That's not a bad setup, actually. That's pretty good. We get 3 more curses next turn. Little Fade bottom. No, I want to scale Rage on Shadowsiege, ideally. Ooh, Shadowsiege is dying here. What the fuck? Hold on. He's getting his ass beat currently. That, you know what? Boom. There you go. Now he wins. Now he gets there. Very good. Need to give him a little bit of life steal. That's all. This fight is very impressive. One of the more heavy-handed fights for not playing top floor. There's a lot of curse to add if you don't play bottom floor. That is true, Voyix. And then also the judge comes in and like fucking stacks a million dudes. But I guess we're kind of just built different. Insane rage gain. That is a ton of rage gain. You're not wrong about that. 67 rage, and we're gonna dupe this guy next turn. Okay, that's pretty sweet. I don't hate entrapment here, but I think I'm gonna take resin removal. That seems a lot safer. Seems a lot safer to me on this one. I kind of like Ember Cache because we're doing like nothing with our deck. So I guess having a card that like, you know, you play it once and then actually it's really bad with Volatile Gauge. I'm realizing though that even the embers get fucked over. Yeah, never mind actually. Yeah, but Rift Fade scaling here, yeah, it's not very good. Little Fade is not, again, unfortunately, not really part of this run today. It do be how it do be, I guess. Give me this. Shadowsiege dupe. I should have gone to the event first. What am I doing? What if it was another overstacked upgrade? I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Don't do it. Okay, whew. That would have been very sad. Would have been very sad and annoying if it was. I kind of like taking the boiler room here, right? If we're playing these Shadowsiege's bottom floor, if that's the plan, right? If we're playing Shadowsiege's bottom floor, them just making us extra energy to play our Volatile Gauge out seems pretty good to me. I think we can make this work. Opinion on the Prism Retrieval card, like what's the point? Prism Retrieval is definitely outdated in design, right? Because the whole point of Prism Retrieval, or at least the card, let me put it this way. The card was made before the deployment stage existed, right? And I guess it's not even really outdated because there are other cards similar to it in the new clans as well. The Pyreborn have that one card, the Soldier card. I forget what it's called. They have a card that also takes a monster card out of your deck and makes it cost 0 and lets you play it, and it gets like stat buffs, right? It's basically Prism Retrieval is not good. In theory, you can maybe do some sort of like big mana play with it and have like hit the mana cap and then just give a unit in your deck 1,000,000 attack stats. Like there is in theory a payoff for it. Channel Song also is in the same way, right? But it's not an X cost card. But like that style of card is, I would say, I mean, I hate it. I strongly dislike the cards that do that effect. You think Prism Retrieval is good for Luna, on Luna for Fae? Zul, that's a good point. That is a good point. Luna, more than any clan, has these, like, non-banner units that are super important for them usually. Not usually, sometimes. Right? Sometimes they're super important for your strategy. So that's a fair point. But it's very much fish for totems card. Even the totems don't even like it that much usually. I don't know. Do I like Wing Seal here to chump with morsels? Every once in a while, it's not terrible, I guess. I don't know. You think you play more 1-floor builds of Monster Train 1 or 2? Definitely more 1-floor builds of Monster Train 1. I'm not saying it's like a huge amount more, but you definitely play more multi-floor builds in this game. And you, without a doubt, definitely play more often on the bottom floor in this game. So you not only do you more often play multiple floor builds, you more often put them on different floors. Also, hello. How's it going, first time chatter? Hopefully you're doing well. Do I watch one? You know what? I'm just gonna reroll here actually. I think these are pretty low impact. We can maybe do a little bit better. Okay. Listen, people. I know Shadowbox is here. Listen. It's here. That's it. I'm taking the footstool. I'm taking the footstool. You can't stop me. It's footstool o'clock, folks. I'm sorry. Has to be done. Hello, nice to be here. Thanks. No problem. No problem. Those cards need insanely optimized decks to even be useful. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it too. You can do some really fun, crazy combos with those cards, but they're super unreliable because of how deployment works, right? Deployment, you just play your important cards out first usually, right? You can choose not to play during deployment, but then you might end up drawing one of them before you draw the tutoring card. You might draw them in you might draw them on the same turn, and then you can't hit it, right? There's so much bad things to say about the design of Prism Retrieval and similar cards, but there is application still, right? That's also very fair to say. How badly do I need money here? Not that badly. It's not that important for me here. And I'm worried about Little Fade just dying over and over again to the Thorn Guard here. So no thank you. It's official, you become the give them trample guy. Interesting. They're getting real big really quick here, folks. Obviously, only one of them is really gonna scale with the whatever it's called, the Savage Heart, but that's still pretty neat to me. I don't know. Guess you just choked the run because you didn't notice a Chosen that walked up all the floors he blended in so well with the background. Damn. Unfortunate. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, guys. Little Fade's not doing much today here. This was a cool concept. I do think that under the right circumstances, this strategy does work. I bet you can just force feed a Little Fade morsels and then it wins. I don't doubt it, but like, come on, man. Are you seeing this shit? Are you people seeing this? Fade is backlining? I don't think Fade's... If anything, Fade is backshotting, man. That's about the extent of what Fade's doing on this run. You know how effective she is? I don't know, man. I'm not certain. I guess we can let this guy walk up and hit Fade.
Now. You can unfollow. You can make it out.
And we do want to scale the Shadowsiege still, so that's fine. Selena's, hello. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. El Chapa, how early did you get those shadows? Very early. I'll give you the breakdown because this is maybe YouTube material here. Honestly, this might be a re-upload on YouTube at some point. So the run started it was Little Fade. We had Morsel Maker as our starting unit. So my idea was, oh, let's just take Little Icarus, Little Fade, and let's force feed it as many morsels as possible, right? Our first relic was Volatile Gauge, and what was the other one? It was something that wasn't that good. Does anyone remember what the other relic was in the shop at the beginning, or not in the shop, at the first relic anvil? I already forgot what it was. But El Chapo, in my head, I was like, well, in theory, we can like dupe Morsel Master a few times, and then on average, the price should be below 2 energy. So we can like maybe do a double floor setup where we have like a bunch of morsel makers, and we have like little Fade on one floor with 2 morsel makers, and we have a Gorger on one floor with 2 morsel makers. That was the idea. I took Shadowsiege, went to the Steel Shop and the Umbra Banner, and then Ring 2, and immediately found Shadowsiege, right? So it literally came together perfectly immediately. Volatile Gauge, Shadowsiege, just on Ring 2, and then also I found a Smidge Stone in the first Steel Shop for it as well. So it came together instantly, basically. We need to say the best way to play Fade, Gone, Gilded, and then put Siege in the thumbnail. Maybe, I don't know. I don't even want to play you. I'm not realizing. Yeah, we're gonna let the Sharp Eye Sniper here leak its way up to Little Fade. That should be fine. Also, El Chapo, how are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you are having a good one. I will say that this free boiler room is making me a ton of energy too here. We're having no trouble playing our curses and whatnot. That's nice. Really, making Shadowsiege playable is very rare. You haven't mastered this rock yet. I mean, like, yeah, yes, agreed. I think it is very few and far between where you actually can get a playable Shadowsiege build, which is why I'm so excited to play this one. I think it's very neat that we kind of have it all functioning here, basically. You go up. So okay, you're gonna die to what's his name? The Little Fade here, I believe. Fade has scaled a little. Fade picked off 1 collector and is gonna get two backliners killed here. Huge. You're both dying. I guess I hold the drip ball here still. Oh fuck! You're at the shield. I didn't know the shield steward. I misplayed. I should have dripped the shield steward down. That's my bad. That's my bad, folks. I can just resin removal away your reanimate. That's so funny. But I want the Shadowsiege to get hit here as much as possible. Do you know what I do actually here, which I think is maybe psychotic, but I think does work for us? Oh, look at that! Ooh, look at that farm! Look at that farm here, folks. Ooh, did someone say 140 out of 150 health remaining on Shadowsiege? Dude. That shit's easy. There we go. Perfect. What a wonderful game. Formless Child? I don't think Formless Child is for us. Although it'd be really funny using Formless Child to like reanimate. Actually, we could use it to reanimate Shadowsieges, huh? If they ever die, bring them back. You know what? Fuck it. At this point, why not? At this point, why the fuck not, right? I don't think I want these. No, thank you. And then we don't really need any more unit upgrades, right? Obviously, we're kind of stacked out there. Formless Child in the back. True. I think I want to just go left side here, get our Pyre health a little bit healthier, right? Remove some bad cards. Oh, we need a room for Footstool as well, so yeah, definitely left side here on this one. What if you played them second floor so the boss would get more reanimate, so more rage? I mean, we got as many hits as possible in there without before the front Shadowsiege died. I guess we could maybe somehow farm it a little bit more if we went to the second floor, but I don't know. This is pretty good. Can we get Purge Dagger for Fade? Okay, don't be mean. Don't be mean. How dare you? I don't even want... I actually really like the Boiler Room currently. I don't really want to play Zone of Silence here instead. But it's not bad, especially... here's the thing. It's especially good into Seraph here because there's all those enemies that apply Corruption to you. Oh, actually, you know what? It doesn't matter because we should be able to pretty easily handle Corruption with Resin Removal. And we can heal back damage done with Immortal Trade. So I think this is actually kind of a bait here on the Zone of Silence. Zone, also good for Savage's Assault on 7. By the time we get to 7 voice, we'll have 3 Shadowsieges. Maybe that's not like strictly enough, but that handles... Actually, it doesn't handle the entire waves, huh? It handles most of the waves. I think we just reroll and find a better room. But I don't even know what room we're looking for instead, though, is the thing. I guess I'm looking for something like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking for Inferno room for the Seraph fight. I'm not sure. The mirror room. Oh my god, if we had Hall of Mirrors, that would be crazy. But Hall of Mirrors is colorless. It could show up here. Yeah, let's reroll. Fuck it. Give me Hall of Mirrors game, coward. Okay, not terrible, not that good though. We could Spell Sanctum. We're just getting more energy out of the Boiler Room anyway, so I don't really like the Spell Sanctum here. Fade can probably backline on floor 2 if we get deployable. On the shield? Oh, on the shield. But I don't even know if I want to play the problem. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if it's worth it, man. It's debatable for sure. Dart Shark, hello. Did you miss something? You missed a pretty interesting start to a run here, I will say, for sure. Also, HG, hello. How's it going? Hopefully you guys are doing well over there in YouTube chat. I think we stick with Boiler Room on bottom floor. Get rid of these Spear Stewards. I don't want them in here really anymore. And I really want, like... I really wanted, like... Maybe it's Fight Club. Is Fight Club somehow decent here? Let me think for a second, because I think... If we're playing like Little Fade top floor and the what's it called, bottom floor, right? Let's pretend we're doing that here, right? Playing Little Fade top floor, even middle floor, and the Shadowsiege is bottom floor. If anything does leak, it's not terrible to give, like, again, we do have Morsel Maker, right? So we have like 4 units in theory on the floor, middle floor. That's a decent amount of attack. Yeah, Fight Club. I'm thinking Fight Club Morsels here, honestly. It's not terrible. Johnny, we don't talk about that card? Fair enough, fair enough. 32 curses will get through on 7-unit floors. I want to give this a try. Let's see how this feels. Let's come in here and absolutely fuck this shit up. No chance. Oh, actually, is there a chance you have people surviving this? Hold on. It's like... We have a little bit of trouble here still, huh? If I play this, how does this look? I think we're fine. Yeah, we can still play everything, basically. Okay. Also, whatever that is. Okay, whoever added that emote, you are now your sworn enemy. Why, Johnny? That's a good emote. What do you mean? Rough Shadowsiege is that those troops don't get trample treatment on start. I don't know, we've been talking a lot about if Shadowsiege should have trample or not. I don't know, man. It's doing pretty well so far. I wouldn't be too worried about it. Maybe it should have it. I don't know. You're the one with more rage. You're still the frontline Shadowsiege for us here, buddy. I guess we can also just play like a shield sword here for more Fight Club value. That seems fine. Okay, get this down. Yeah, we do have to do like this into Mind Collapse here, huh? Maybe we can get lucky and get a double plink on the Axe Thrower. Yeah, never lucky. We'll do that. Immortal Trade. I mean, we can maybe double stack this, so I'll take this here for now. Maybe it'll matter for Relentless. We'll see. We type in that gets this instead of people arrive. That's a great question, Voyix. I don't know what Johnny's typing that could get that instead. This might be I don't know, Johnny. I'm not trying to victim blame here, but this might be on you, bud. This might be a user error moment. You know what, Zul? That'd be really cool, actually. If Shadowsiege had 5 Ember Drain and cost 1, it would make it like infinitely more playable in like other decks outside of Volatile Gauge. You are right. It would make the Volatile Gauge like plan worse, but that's fine. I can live with that personally. Volatile Gauge being a little bit worse. That'd be pretty cool. I'm in agreement on that one, I think. Yeah, let's move you down here again. Put this here. I guess we can leak and let the axe thrower hit the little fade here, and it's not too big of an issue. And of course, formless shot has to go up here. Absolutely. Let me just play you and let you die, I guess. That's fine. Fight Club gives almost the same attack as Fade's permascaling. Hey, don't be mean to little Fade. She's doing her best, okay? It's not her fault. She's growing up in this fucked up Shadowsiege world, okay? Okay, little Fade's killing here. We can kill... So we can stop you from killing, I guess, right? Kill here. Oh, I forgot about the Titan skin from the Chosen Bastion. That's annoying. Whatever. Little Fade's tanking to tank the hit here from the axe thrower still. That's okay. And then just pass turn. It's just a 4 loco morsel in lore. I guess that is one way to describe it, huh? You do be having that 4 loco. I don't like. Here's the weird thing, right? We wanna farm hits on Shadowsiege, but I don't wanna like let Kale hit me for free, I guess, and deal 50. We probably draw a Mortal Trade before the Relentless, so it should be fine to let the hit come in, I think. But I do want to just keep this held over. I guess ultimately this seems fine. I don't know, whatever. You think Shadowsiege is more like Morsel Mecha Anime, Neon Genesis, Evan Morcellian? He's right. That does make sense. Okay, you're eating. That's good. I could just, you know what? Give this man the Wicklashes. Play the draft too. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Whatever, that's fine. Yeah, but Penumbra is Shinji in that show. Wouldn't Primordium be Shinji because he's always getting in the mech, aka the alloyed construct, because he's getting eaten? That makes more sense to me personally there too. I don't know, man. Yeah, but consider this. New Jersey. That's actually, I didn't think about that. That's an excellent point, honestly. When you put it that way, you are right. I guess something to think about too. I'm not just realizing, folks. By the way, if these Shadowsieges ever die, we can maybe just reanimate them over and over again. That is a potential avenue for us. Also, once again, the Shadowsiege is just fucking. He's aura farming, dude. The Shadowsiege, he's just here. He's just farming aura. It's actually incredible. I'm not even gonna play the drip fall here. We're good. Daze the Shadowsiege? I think you would die for 1 extra hit there, so no, bad idea. Well, I guess the one behind it does win the fight still, huh? Never mind, actually. And then it would farm a little. You're right, you're right. That would be the right thing to do. Spike is working pretty well for backlining. It is stopping things from leaking to getting in. That is true. Can I add the California one? Voyix. Voyix, do not add California. Only New Jersey allowed. Oh my god, he added California. I can't believe this. What a betrayal. Again. What the California? Okay, so we're gonna do the siege again. Which one has more? You have more. 88 is bigger than 67. Okay, hooray. Let me come in here and look at our little Icarus is not doing horribly. She's got 72 spikes. It's fine. Cambodge. That's a rough one, man. What the fuck is that siege? What do you mean? This is just like a normal shadow siege. What are you talking about? My cool smidge-stoned, quick, savage heart shadow siege. What's wrong with him? I think it looks normal. I'm gonna give damage shield to our morsel maker while we're here too, by the way. Oh, you know what? I do actually like playing Endless on the Formless Child, because if a Shadowsiege ever does drop, we can use Endless Formless Child to bring it back. I'm very much willing to pay the little bit of money to get this here as an insurance policy. That seems very nice for us. Okay. Everyone outside the US is miserable. You know, he's kind of right about that, huh? Why does Unipad have 1 HP and spikes? Is so bad. Alzair, normally the path is really good, but the problem is the game is bugged. There's a bug in the game. That's why it seems stinkier now, but I assure you, I promise you, it's better than it looks, basically. I feel like we crushed this this combat here. I think Little Fade does eat shit to the Prayer Stone again, but I think we crushed the Prayer Stone, basically. So I think it's not too worrisome. I guess we can actually just play... Maybe we do just play Little Fade behind the Shadow Sieges now. That might be the better line for us here. Just thinking... Yeah, I'm pretty down to go... We need to go right side. We need to dupe the... Oh, wait. Did I miscount the dupes before? No, we had 3 dupes. Yeah, so we have one more Shadow Siege coming over here. I would like to find Intrinsic for the Dripfall. I think we can take this pretty easily. You're here to gaze respectfully at Cock Sunday. That's Riderbox. I'm happy you're here. Oh my god, Voyix, Japan is sus. What the heck? Do people know about this? Do people know that Japan has been sus this whole time? What the hell? Okay, so here's the plan, folks. Which is the most scaled? You're both the most scaled. Okay, so you do this. You do this. I think we just do this, man. That looks pretty good to me. I don't know. And the Shield Sewers belong to Fight Club. And I just spend my mana getting rid of my curses here. And this man lives with 3 HP. That's fucked up. What a fucked up twisted world we live in, where this Deafening Herald gets to live. Also, the Silencer stopped my revenge trigger, so I'm not scaling here. What the fuck? I don't get my Slay. This is bullshit. This is so fucked up and twisted, man, that I'm not getting any of my shit here because of this one idiot in the back. Apparently there is a Horse Girl anime gacha game and is made you dive into gold ship lore. Yeah, we've been talking a little bit about the anime game. People have been talking a little bit about that one. And you found your spirit animal. I'm glad. I'm glad for you that you found something to believe in, I guess, or whatever. But I don't know. You summon a giant flesh pit in Rimworld and filled it with horrible toxic waste. You should call him, I don't know, Italian beef. That's a good one. That's a good one. Am I just putting this on you at this point, Shadowsiege? Who gets the meat shield anymore? I don't know. Put you up here, buddy, for now. I'm going to Resurrection here and attempt to kill you, I guess, or something. I don't know. Maybe just put this here. It's fine. Whatever. Who cares? Gold Chip was a dick and people loved him for it. Imagine throwing a temper tantrum that cost race betters 12 billion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to lose, which is pretty funny to hear, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, weird. Once again, a weird spot. I'm gonna play these plinks up here to try to save this Formless Child's life. Huge. Okay. And then I'm going to probably just Mind Collapse the Collector in the back and let this guy leak, because who cares if the healer leaks, right? And of course, you gotta play the Magma Morsel here. Do I primitive? I guess I primitive mold first. Get you in. You don't have Titan skin, right? No. Okay, we can do this then safely. Okay. Working on bringing this Prayer Stone down. Seems good to me. Okay. Meat shield means lasting longer and relentless. I don't think it matters too much, though. I don't think... Oh, I can do this, by the way. I don't think us lasting long Relentless is going to be too much of a concern. I think we're going to win Relentless no matter what, basically, here on the Shadowsiege. I will play an Immortal Trade, though, just to be safe. You care if that healer leaks? Well, it was funny, actually, Voix, the Shield Sewers did pick it off before it made it further, which I think is pretty silly as well. Why are you making it through? Oh my god, there's fucking two of these guys and then the gladiators behind. Shit. I don't think it matters because we should win Relentless, but like he's trying to sneak one by. Not on my watch, bitch. I guess we resurrect here. Thin out the bad cards from the deck. Pass turn. We need more rocks. We're gonna get at least one more. Don't worry. We got plans to work for at least one more Shadowsiege being in here. Another fucking... God damn it. Hold on. Oh, the floor is full. Well, the gladiator's dying, so that's good news at least. Kill you, so I get my revenge trigger still. Siege doesn't have trample. It doesn't need trample. Yeah, I agree. But it would be cool if it did have trample, but it doesn't need it. It needs to be more playable. That's like the issue, right? It's not that it needs trample. It's not that it should have trample. It needs to be more playable outside of like insanely weird circumstances. That's the issue with Siege. I'm gonna play this up here, get a little bit more damage in on the prayer stone. One blink away from lethal. He's only get a 6 cost, 6 base unit. Yes. It is those things and then some. Oh, you know what I want to do here? I want to play one spell to give the Athane 1 spikes, so that way the sieges are getting more rage scaling when they hit into it. So I'm gonna play probably like Drip Fall on you. They get a little bit of chip damage in, and this does not matter. We can just end turn now. Good enough for me. Jack in the Box comparing with Siege pretty well. That's true. If you can jack off the Siege, that's a pretty sweet combo. That is a pretty good one. You can give him some insane keywords and keep him borderline undeployable. I'd rather him be more deployable and you know, the end basically. If we're gonna buff him. Dude, there's some really fucked up emojis of 7TV. Look at this guy. Oh my god, Voix. Please unenable that one. Please, I beg of you. We cannot allow this to be here. Voix, please, Voix. I'll take a Void Binding here. What else are we doing at this point, basically? See, Voix, they're posting it. They're posting the emote. Get rid of it, Voix. I beg of you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we dupe the 100 Rage Shadowsiege here. That's pretty nice, right? Come in here. Crown of the Eternal. Huge. Incredible get here, folks. Full heal on Little Fade. Can you believe this shit? Get a second holdover. I don't hate holdover on like a mortal trade here. It will mean we last a million billion years in Relentless, but I also don't hate holding over resin removal. So that will also give us like a guaranteed win against like this entire fight, pretty much. It's either way, it's fine, I think. It's not horrible for for a fade backline plan. What do you mean the crown is not horrible? Like if in theory we give Fade some health, like healing it back would be a good thing. I just don't think that's ever gonna happen, man. I don't think it's ever gonna be a part of this run. What does double stack do for us here? I kind of like just double stacking Dripfall. Well, you know what? I also like this double stacking Immortal trade if we want to Ember Drain out here. Because that's annoying. You know what? Holding over an Immortal trade is very annoying for the actual curses or the blights in our deck, though. Here, wherever they may be. I'm just gonna hold over resin removal. That just feels a lot safer. It feels like a much simpler and safer play here. Let me just re-roll this. Okay. I think we just go intrinsic on the drip fall then. And -1 on the resin removal. Now these we have the volatile gauge still, but that seems pretty safe to me. And you know what I'm gonna do here actually as well? I'm gonna put this Holy Stone on the Mind Collapse. We can just use this to heal our health like a ton because we have the Boiler Room play going. We can just like dump energy into healing our pyre with this now, which seems pretty solid. We should go over here. Should have maybe looked into this more a little bit. Maybe like just re-rolling here, seeing what we get. Yeah, I guess I'll take the Ember Staff. None of these are that good. I'm not taking Teeth of Gold. I'm gonna remove a Plink. I'm gonna remove another Plink, I think. Silence Wench. I don't know how I feel about that one, Voyix. That one's a little bit concerning. What is it for people who don't have the extension? I mean, it's just probably or whatever, Glade Air. Okay, let's go in here. Here's my question. What on earth could a Shiny Chew do with golden teeth? I don't. You know, great question. I don't know. I think for starters, make it so that all of the things that, like, that deal damage to the backmost enemy, I think for starters, you have to make it so that they can't hit flying bosses. Please, 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 I beg of you. It's so, if you're ever reliant on, like, golden teeth to kill backliners, and it's like there's a flying boss there and it hits them instead, it's so fucking tragic. So anything that's like deal damage to the back enemy should ignore flying bosses. That might just be good enough to make it like a somewhat playable relic. We should bring back Old Rail Beater. Can I be honest? I forget what Old Rail Beater was actually knocked back, right? It would hit the front person to the back of the train. That one, I don't want that back. That one's no thank you. The year is 1990. For $1, long distance call a woman. No. So we can do for... We can play out all of our sieges. We can't play the Morsel Maker. That's fine. I think I can live with that here. Get a little Fade in the mix. Play this here, past turn. It was knockback, so garbage, but funny. Yeah. Okay, Daze you. Keep... You know what we actually know we should maybe consider doing? Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad, but I think it's actually we're trying to win this run. It's the right line. Okay, what if we let Little Fate die and we let Seraph get one corruption hit off, so it's scaling the rage gain? Is that the actual correct line here, folks? I think we're supposed to do that. Lord of Pies, arrive cereal. Lord of Pies, how can you be angry? Look at this run. I have 4 Shadow Sieges. Surely this is like a cool run that you're excited to see right now. How could it not be? Oh, you saw Voice in the chat. That's why you're that's a fair reason to be angry. Never mind then. Never mind. That's fair. So I think we're gonna do like this, by the way. Ooh, rename emote Silence Redcoat. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one, Voyix. Ratterbox. Dude, oh man. The Leave Me Alone Akira thing is so good. Generational, honestly. Okay, we're gonna resin removal here. We're gonna farm revenge triggers here on the Shadowsiege with corruption, and then we're gonna try to prevent any more corruption from coming in here, hopefully. I think that is kind of doable for us here. Let's see. And I guess I'll just put you up here as well. Get you out of the deck for the time being. Fast turn. 4 Shadow Sieges, 4 Smidgestones, 0 Carapaces, Lord of Pies has to disapprove. I looked for them. We just didn't find the Carapace. It's not my fault. I tried my darndest. Here's the problem, folks. I wanted to farm the corruption here, but I do also want to Ember Drain this turn. I think that's a little bit of a higher priority here on this one, unfortunately. We do get a little Fade coming back here with way more attack because of the Formless Child. That's pretty cool. Play you here, pass turn. Twitch recap is just going to be the most sentence, and that's it. I don't know. What do you even? What does it even mean, Riderbox? I don't even know what you're saying anymore. Does anyone know what Riderbox is saying? I'm confused. Have you not seen my Twitch recap? But I know what Prius cash drives. I want to say, Voix, a 2023 Prius, but I don't know for certain. I'll put this here for now to be safe, I guess, too. I don't know. Hey, why are you killing me? Hold on. Can we not do this? I don't want you putting a curse. Actually, I want to stop you from putting a curse into you. Let me do this, actually. It's a little bit scary to overstack this floor too much, but that's fine. Maybe. Another Formless Child carry. I don't know if that's what we should call this. I don't know if this is really Formless Child carrying, folks. But what do I know, I guess? Okay. Little Fade once again eating shit here on this one. I kind of like putting the Morsel Maker down and getting a hit in here. Got the damage shield so it doesn't die. A lot of damage coming in for me, though. We got a Resonant Removal. Can get rid of this Corruption. Drip here. I can just put Morsel Maker in the mix here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only making one morsel per turn, which is kind of stinky. I'm gonna put Morsel Maker up here and just try to maybe get one plink on the duo here. Damn, tragic. Oh, I can reform something. What's reformable here? Okay, if I do this, that's gonna kill the deformed duo, which is nice. I like that line. You get 3 curses out of it, which is very annoying. Yuck. Voix is just hateful. What can you say? He is a criminal. Absolutely, positively, for sure. No doubt about it. And I've been trying to bring him to justice for a long time. And I've failed. I have failed, Ratterbox, and I'm sorry. I've let you down. I've let England down. I guess we just let these guys walk. It's not too big of a deal. We're clearing here. That's pretty nice. We have a lot of turns to not play Resonant Removal. I think I'll just take the 3 damage. That's fine. You also make fun of you, though? Yeah, it's just fucking hilarious, dude. Lamau British. What do you mean? Duh. Voice so evil he made that not Yahoo look good in that video. True. True and real. People have been saying that. Let's get these out of here. Keep on removing the corruption, I guess. Pass the turn. This is kind of like struggling a little bit here, but once we get to the Relentless, we'll be fine. We can hold out just a little bit longer with these curses. Everything will be A-okay. That is a lot of curses. Shit. Luckily, we played pretty well here, which is nice. Then we'll move. You do less damage to the Pyre, so we'll drip you down. We should hopefully win here. We'll see. What does the Seraph do for Resolve? This Seraph on Resolve. Well, it's on Strike. It's not on Resolve. Or is it on Resolve? Deal or double corruption on the frontmost unit, or it's an action trigger. I want to say it's action. action trigger, deal double corruption to the frontmost unit. And then strike. Oh no, it's strike deal double corruption. So strike is double corruption. Resolve is 4 corruption to all units on the floor. I believe that is how it works. Okay. So, if we sabotage, like, for example, play a Dripfall here, we do get maybe one more hit in on our own guys here. So let's play it this way. It's an action for 4 corruption, not resolved. Gotcha. Sadinar, thank you. Also, Sadinar, hello. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. This is looking like maybe a YouTube re-upload, guys. This is a really cool run. +4 from Fade. Son of a bitch. Wait, did Fade actually get the lethal on the boss? That's pretty fun. I didn't actually look that closely. Massive Fade W. True. Very true and real. I mean, we can make fun of Fade all we want here. At the end of the day, this is still a 1 space unit with 100 attack. That's, like, not horrible. That's not a horrible thing. It's obviously not the peaks you usually see from Little Fade here. But that's like kind of an okay thing. Fade it's like 1/4 of a Shadowsiege. It's like 1/4 of a Shadowsiege here. You're not, that's one way to look at it. Very true and real. And we kind of low rolled the volatile gauge here. I'm seeing a lot of 3-cost Shadow Sieges on this one. We're gonna have to maybe go 3, 2. Oh, this is 1 as well. This might be just a two Shadow Siege setup here. Luckily, our best Shadow Siege is the 1-coster. And then 97, 109. Then we just do this then. And we do Fight Club here. Morsel, Little Fade, Shadow Siege. I guess we can also just play a Shield Steward here, huh? Just have it tank the first hit for us here. That seems fine. Did you guys play the Cyberpunk DLC? I have not, Voyix. You bought some games in the Steam sale and you did not really like it, so you're thinking about refunding them and playing Cyberpunk instead? Maybe that'd be cool. I don't know, man. And paying... This sucks, man. Volatile Gauge, you've been very fun so far, but paying 2 energy to get sapped, that's fucked up. That is a fucked up and twisted bargain you've given me today. But I guess whatever, I don't know. Shield Super still dies here even if we Drip Fall, so it doesn't do anything. I guess we just maybe Drip Fall here for now, I don't know. Ooh, resin removal, actually huge, never mind. Goated shit for me. Hooray. I guess we just plink you to get rid of your spell shield for now. That seems fine, I don't know. Lily FR, your most favorite character. Little Fade is pretty cool, although I watched the Gabriot tier list video. He ranks Little Fade in the B tier, and it makes a lot of sense because Little Fade is definitely weaker in the early game sometimes. And unlike in Monster Train 1, where you could spend the early game kind of just like for example on Little Icarus Fade, you spend the early game farming slay triggers pretty easily with no consequence. In this game, if you get a little too greedy and you try to farm slays on Little Fade, you might just lose the entire run to the Ring 1 boss. Right? So, I think there's something to be said there about that, basically. But I don't know. Do I want to hold over Dripfall here? It's not that important to me. Although, we're getting apparently crushed here. Wait, were you supposed to die last turn? Why did you live? I dazed you. I forgot about that. Okay, never mind. Hold on, people. Get this guy in the penis explosion chamber. Resin removal here. We are only killing 2 of these guys, which is not good. I'm gonna play this, I guess. Just do some jumping here. I want to play Immortal trade. We have resin removal. I'm a little bit worried. I don't think we're gonna draw some of these Shadow Sieges next turn. Yeah, I guess it's fine actually. I'll put this down. Whatever. Okay, Fernando says probably worth, especially if you haven't played Cyberpunk in a while and you want to do a new run. I didn't like Cyberpunk that much. I thought it was just fine. I don't know. Okay, we're maybe leaking a little bit here, folks. Maybe a tiny little leakage coming through. Nothing too crazy. But it's looking not super ideal. You're surviving this? God damn it. I don't want you to survive. This is very annoying. I just Pyrelite and pass here. I don't know. We got a lot of Pyre health. We can probably just, you know, tank a decent bit of this. I might play a Shadow Siege top floor here. We'll see. Didn't even draw the Shadow Siege. What the fuck? Oh, you know, I forgot we had the drip, the Mind Collapse here, which is actually pretty funny. That should ideally give me a lot of HP gain. Okay, move you out of here. So you're not wiping out the entire floor. You're wiping out most of the floor instead. Shoot, but whatever. Can I? If I play, oh, you know what? I can save it here a little bit. Hold on. Oh, then I have to lose Mind Collapse. It's probably not worth losing. So I know you guys are talking about a lot about cool game stuff. I've not been following too closely there in the chat. Zephyr, hello. Pretty much all your remnant attempts have been tragic in this game so far. They might have been your favorite clan in one, but you're struggling with them right now. Little Fade is definitely worse than she used to be. I think Rector is also pretty sneaky right now, but I don't know for sure how I feel about Rector yet. I don't know. You'll get the hang of it, I'm sure. Like, Melting Remnant still does cool stuff. Don't worry. They can still be good. By Resurrection here, I can chump block the Savagery and then, like, Little Fade lives. Well, actually, no, it dies into the entry. Never mind, actually. That doesn't even work either. I think we'll just Formless Child here. And Formless Child will maybe bring back the Little Fade if we're lucky. That seems fine for now. And you guys are leaking. I can't really stop you. I'll just get some of my Pyre health back. I guess I should do this on you. If anyone. Yeah, it's fine. Have I had any Nine-Tailed Nightmare encounters yet? I haven't had a good chance to play Nine-Tailed Nightmares yet, unfortunately. It's really cool. I just haven't gotten the stars to align for me yet, unfortunately. Shadow Siege comes in here. Very lovely. And I can Drip Fall Savagery again, but I don't think I even want to do that. I think I want to maybe Drip Fall Dominion here this turn. Get a little stun going there. Oh, fuck you. God damn it. Who's going to be the thing we killed last year on this run? It might actually be Entropy. They want to preserve health as much as they can, so we're not going to play the Pyrelites, unfortunately. That's fine. I did, Dallas. I did unfortunately remove all the anti-ad tags. I talked about it a couple streams ago. But the idea was... Oh, this is actually fucked too. Hold on, wait a second. The idea is that I do eventually want to make Twitch partner, and I'm worried that having them all there was basically like flagging the channels like, hey, maybe don't give this guy partnership because he's circumventing the ad system, more or less. So I decided against it. Okay, so I should have... we might have to replay this here because the Savagery has been desynced and is now chump blocking for this entire floor, basically, which is going to be a big issue. He's almost dead, though, which is nice, at least. Extremely fair, but also mildly inconvenient to you. Yeah. Oh, also, hi, friend. Sorry, hi, friend. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well today. Hopefully you're having a good one. Okay, I need to do some shit here, folks. I need to get you back down here, I think. Where you belong. right? And then these guys are gonna do some serious damage to our pyre. Well, they do all die in one hit, basically, so it's not that spooky. Yeah, it's not that much damage actually coming through if we do that, huh? Okay, I think we can make this work. Then we do a mortal trade here into resin removal. We could have maybe snuck in a... hold on, let me think here. We could have maybe snuck in a void binding into there somewhere, but I don't think we can get it really in. Oh, you know what I'm realizing too, actually? Oh, this is annoying. You're not dying to a single Pyrelite as well here. Fuck, hold on. Right now we're at 115. Oh, neither are these guys then too. Ah, shit. This is an issue. We'll see. I think we'll be fine still, honestly, but there are some concerns. I'll play this and pass. You've been enjoying Avowed more than you expected. So I've seen the art for Avowed. I have no idea what the game actually is, but it's like a skeleton guy, and then like I think like his like maybe ribs are turning into like butterflies. I have no idea what the game is. I genuinely have no idea what Avowed is, but I've seen the art for it, I think, a couple times now at this point. It's an RPG. Is it good? Are people fucking with it, or is it stinky and bad? If I play you here, I think at least Morsel Maker lives, so that's nice. And maybe we can drip you down. You don't get lethal, unfortunately, but that's also maybe okay. Oh, we can go double Pyrelite, and then these guys die in a single hit now. That's good, okay. And by these guys, I mean these guys here. That's lovely. I can play one more primitive mold here. Maybe Chump Block with Big Stew. Okay, that's looking pretty good for us too here. I think we're going to win, but just barely at this point. I think we just barely have the dub on this one. I'm going to do this into Sack Resurrection here to get that out of our deck, basically. And pass turn. Maybe the consensus that is decent. You don't know. You say don't buy it full price, but you're playing it on Game Pass. Interesting, interesting. Let's, I guess, drip you down again. This is gonna be close. I don't know if we have this, but it's gonna be close either way. You're dead here, basically. You're not getting through. You're okay. This is all good. This is all good so far. This is all good so far. I will not play the Pyrelites because we're not going to need to. Basically, that's just a waste of energy. I will play, I think, a Formless Child to try to reanimate something cooler, maybe, in our pool of dead cards. And I think we just play Resin Removal down here. And pass on that. Oh, that de-stealths, which is neat, but then also we miss a hit on the entry, but that's fine, I guess. I suppose that's okay. You know what? I'm gonna play the Shield Sword actually back here as well. Get an extra hit in there, lovely. Yeah, full damage siege next turn. That is true. We do have the sieges hitting all in next turn here, but that's not lethal on the entropy. That's the issue, basically. So I think we need to keep dripping Savagery to stop him from doing his thing, from doing his maneuver. And eventually we can do this. If we can survive 3 more turns or whatever, I think we're fine. I think we are a-okay here. Yeah, 4 cost Formless Child. That's pretty rough. It is unfortunately pretty rough for us here. Let's get this in. I guess while we have a chance to chip in a bit, Little Fade can sneak in here for a couple hits, right? Ooh, for a lot of hits. Nice. Okay, that's actually a pretty sweet draw there off the Ember Staff. Yeah, Little Fade is actually helping us full clear these floors here, too. Maybe Little Fade kind of goated. Remove our sap. Kill there. Keep you perma-stunned. Yeah, I think this is going to be lethal. Not this turn, but the turn afterwards. Uh-oh. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. Yeah, we quick kill with the sweep here. That's good. Drip you. Resin. Mind Collapse for 1 billion health here, basically. Get a free hit in as well. Yeah, and then next turn's an empty floor. We get the win. Okay, cool. Honestly, a very neat run if you ask me. Little spooky at the end. Probably a little misplayed too. I'm sure there's some optimization you can do here. But like, I don't know. We did it. I'm pretty happy with it. We need to take more Holy Stones. I don't know how much Holy Stone healed us here, but it might have made the difference. It would be pretty close. I don't know the exact numbers, obviously, but it was a close one. But there we go. 16 HP remaining. Very cool. Is that a freaking Shadowsiege? It's not one, it's 4 of them. We did. You know what? I don't know if we got unlucky. I think we actually just got lucky, right? We spent the entire run being able to always play all of our Shadowsieges, and then in that very last combat, we could only play 2 of them. Because of Volatile Gauge, but we get there still. It's over 50 over the course of the run. This run, it didn't heal us that much, I don't think. That doesn't sound. We just added the Holy Stone pretty recently. I don't think it was 50 health. Also, we got the. I mean, we didn't need the Formless Shot. It didn't really do much for us here, but it's cool that it's here, I guess. Just a cool run. Also, maybe say hi to YouTube. Not YouTube chat. They're here also, but YouTube chat also can say hi to the normal YouTube viewers, because there's a very good chance that one's going up on YouTube. That's a pretty unique run at the very least. So, very good chance there. Don't say bark to YouTube, boys. That's incorrect. We should clickbait the child. Why would we clickbait the child when we have 4 Shadowsieges? That's like being like, why would I stab you with a knife when I have a bazooka? We have plenty of clickbait there. We don't need to try to make Formless Child the star of the run. It's Shadowsiege o'clock, folks. Anyway.